Hi, this is Nam here, educator, coach, and speaker, coming to you from Kaya Wellness. Now, we just had Mother's Day this weekend, and it made me reflect a lot about what it means to be a mother. And I come from a yogic perspective, so a lot of I wanted to integrate share more than anything else, share what it means to be a mother from a yogic perspective. So, as I was reflecting, I was thinking about my own life. In my own life, I was barely living with my mom from my very young age, from 3 years old. I lived with my grandmother. So I was with her till 9 years old. So I got grandmothered, not mothered. And there's a lot of wisdom in that as well. Like that's for another video. But quickly, when you live with your grandmother like me, instead of your mother, you are living with a role model which has got 40, at least minimum 40 plus years of experience ahead of you, as opposed to living with your mother, who is more likely to be only around 20 plus years of experience, on this world. So I got to be a witness of a role model of a woman who is playing out her life in front of me with the wisdom she's gathered from her 40 plus years of life. So I'm deeply, deeply grateful that I got to be with my grandmother. As much as when I was younger, I regretted not being able to spend time with my mom. And as I've shared earlier, I lost my mom when I was 10 years old. And so I just spent about a year with with my mother before I went back to be with my grandmother till I was 15. So a lot of my values, lot of good things I've learned in life comes. So I remember my grandmother for instilling that in me. So when I became a mother, I had to really understand and think, because I didn't have the experience of a mother. So I guess I gave more thought to it than anyone else who might have, like, I've seen women around me who've been with their mother, and you tend to do things what you have experienced as a child from your mom. Um, but I started learning soon after I had my twins. So in 1 year is when I enrolled into my master's degree in yoga. And so the main intention for me to do yoga is for me to be the best version of myself as a mother to my children. So that was very important for me. Later, when I was learning feminine energy, I learned that out of the three archetypes for a woman to integrate, to experience her life as a whole, the energy of mother, the archetype of the mother is one. Then the goddess and the sex kitten is the other one. So if we are not integrated in all of these three versions or archetypes of ourselves, until we do that, we don't experience womanhood as a whole. And motherhood is one important archetype. And since being born as women, we are wired to feel the motherly instinct. When a woman gives birth to a child, there are hormones that wires you to be protective of your child, put your child above anyone else, even above yourself, for a certain number of months. After the child is just the divine design of protecting the child, the mother is like instinctively, intuitively doing everything, all decisions, everything she does is for the child. And as the child grows up, slowly these hormones are lesser, and then the connection happens through the everyday interaction with the child. Hopefully the connection is a positive one for the bond to get stronger and stronger over the years. But sometimes over the years we do see a lot of families where the dysfunction happens, and that is where we need to understand what motherhood is from a yogic perspective as well. So, a mom can be many things to a child. A mom can be the cook, uh, the cleaner, the housekeeper of the house, the teacher for the child, the one who teaches values, and so many other things, the person who goes for shopping with you, and so many roles. And we can get caught up in all these roles, trying to obsess over a number of these roles, but find ourselves that, as humans, we cannot be perfect in every uh, each one of those roles. So we need to pick and choose at one point as to what is the role that gives the maximum bang for the buck. That means the maximum output for the energy you would spend. And I had to spend a lot of time for myself in my own growth to embody this, because I used to obsess on nutrition, cooking for my children, having stories read to them, giving them the right values. And I was like homeschooling them. I homeschooled them for till they were 7 years old. That was a huge dedication, and at some point I got burnt out at trying to be this best mother that I had created in my own head. And I had to step back at that point to see, what am I doing? If I'm going to overdo things and burn myself out, I'm not really showing up as this pleasant person to be around for. Although I'm cooking and cleaning and teaching my kids and doing all these activities, if I'm exhausted at the end of it, and if I'm not in my pleasure around them, I'm not being an energy which is attracting them to be around. So it's I realize it is putting yourself first. If you want to be the best mother, it is the one thing you need to do is to put yourself first, is to choose you. When you choose you, your cup is going to be full, and you're going to automatically be of service and be this loving, um, the light that your children are going to be attracted to. Ever since I started putting myself first, taking care of doing my self care, my practice, whatever makes me happy and energized, I'm not doing half quarter of the things I used to do earlier for my children, but they're so attracted to me. They always want to hang out with me. They want to talk to me because I'm in my pleasure. So this is the one message that I want to pass across today, as we just passed the Mother's Day, and I hope you take this seriously. My kids have turned 10, and I'm able to articulate this wisdom clearly now. I wish somebody told me, when I was a new mom, to put myself first above anything else, and just by doing that, I'm going to be the best mother I can be. And there's no judgment. Every child chooses you as the mom. So you are the best mom that your child can have, not another person. So put yourself first. That's my message today. Have a nice day. Bye.